This conference will now be recorded.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Doug Smith. It is 2:30 on a Wednesday. It is Wednesday because this is a holiday week, Labor Day, and Alex and I are here, and it's time for our 2:30 podcast. This is a podcast where you will hear the science about what actually happened with the opioid crisis, and it's going to become the podcast where you're going to hear the plan of how to end this opioid crisis. This has gone on long enough, and if you look at the screen right there, you'll see we know how to end this thing. We did the research. We know how to end it. You're looking at it on the screen right there. Okay, the way you end this opioid crisis, and it's not that tough. Okay, science, when you understand it's not that hard. Okay, you just got to, sometimes break through the ice. Okay, but you're looking right there at how to end the opioid crisis. This is what we're telling you. Okay, you do it by, number one, recognizing the genetic damage that was done to people. And number two, using buprenorphine to stabilize against the genetic damage, to stabilize against the symptoms that are caused by the genetic damage. And by the way, I took that graphic from our first submission to the FDA for a citizens petition. Okay, so if you have trouble understanding that graphic or you can't see it well, just go to our first citizens petition and it's there. And this is research that we did. Okay, and what we did here is we showed that when people are not on buprenorphine, they're on the left, they're in the red, and when people are on buprenorphine, they're in the blue. And by people, I mean our people who are opioid dependent, people who have taken the opioids long enough to be genetically damaged, people that when they try to stop taking the opioids, they get a sickness unlike any other sickness that's ever been experienced in the history of humans. Okay, if you think you know what these people have gone through, you don't. Okay, I've never gone through it. I can't speak for it, but I know enough to be able to say if you think you know what these people have experienced, you don't. They've experienced a horror you just cannot imagine. The words to describe what they've experienced simply do not exist. And the reason those words don't exist is there's never been a need for them before, because nothing like this has ever happened before, because we haven't gone around damaging 450 million year old DNA. And that's what the pharmaceutical companies did here. They damaged 450 million year old DNA. And when you damage DNA that old, you are messing around with the fundamentals of life. And what our people experienced was involving the fundamentals of their life. They felt like they were going to die, and quite frankly, many of them did. We think half of them are dead. All right, but what you're looking at right there on the screen is the answer to the opioid crisis. You put the people on buprenorphine, and look what happens. Okay, look at the top one there. The red goes to blue. It goes from bad to good. Look at the next one. The red goes to blue. It goes from bad to good. Look at the next one. The red goes to blue. It goes from bad to good. Look at the bottom one. The red goes to blue, and it goes from bad to good. The one on top, those are the symptoms. Those are the symptoms that our people experience when they're sick. And when they're not on buprenorphine, the symptoms are really bad. We developed a way to measure it, and there it is right there. Okay, and this is from 100,000 people. This were 100,000 patient days. Okay, you're talking about a lot of data right here. Okay, this is from 100,000 patient days. That'd be one patient for 100,000 days, or 100,000 patients for one day. That's what you're looking at right there. Okay, and when you put our people on buprenorphine, the symptoms of the sickness go away. Okay, look at the second one down. If the symptoms of the sickness go away, opioid craving goes away. Our people don't want to take opioids. Okay, that's a fairy tale made up by the psychiatrist and the addiction specialist and the public health specialist. Oh, they're craving to take opioids. No, they're not. No, they're not. You got it wrong. You experts got it wrong, and you hurt a lot of people and you killed a lot of people. Okay, look at the third one down. If they're not craving opioids anymore, they don't go out and buy anything. Our people don't go out and buy stuff if they're not sick. No reason they went out and bought stuff was they were sick. Okay, so you take away the symptoms, you take away the opioid craving, they don't go out and buy anything, and then look at the bottom. If they don't buy anything, they don't die. That's how you stop the opioid crisis. How do you stop the opioid crisis? You're looking at it on the screen right there. You're looking at science. This is the podcast where you will hear the science. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the science. Look at it with me. Okay, when you put our people on buprenorphine, everything gets better. And they don't die. And for the individuals that are on buprenorphine, their opioid crisis is over, but we've got to help a lot of people. We estimate that half our people are dead, but we still think there's about 4 million of them left. And we're not turning our back on those 4 million. So you're going to be hearing a lot from us. You're going to be hearing a whole lot from me and Alex. Okay, we want you to stand with us to put an end to this opioid crisis. First step is to help Dr. Henry Emery, because if they take him down, they put us behind the 8 ball for a period of time. I don't know how long. It could be 3 or 4 years. We got to stop what they're doing to Dr. Emery. The data that you're looking at on your screen came from Dr. Emery's efforts. We've got to stop what they're doing to Dr. Emery. Then we've got to demand that they pay for your treatment. Pay for, it's called the treatment IND. We got to demand they pay for your treatment. Then we got to demand that they begin a search for a cure for the genetic damage. Okay. We have a lot of work to do. Then we got to get our mass tort lawsuits filed. So we got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of steps involved in ending this opioid crisis. Let's end here for today. Okay, it's Wednesday. We will hold here. We will be back tomorrow at 2:30. Don't forget to like and subscribe us. Don't forget to post this on your social media and everybody else's social media. Okay, have a great afternoon. Have a great day. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow at 2:30. Alex, thank you for everything. By the way, when you guys write to us, please thank Alex for everything that he does. Bye-bye.